What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Runescape vlog. It's been about 3 days, maybe, since my last vlog. Maybe more than that, actually. I did a few things. I know, as far as quests go, I completed Big Chompy Bird Hunt, which I started forever ago, and I completed the Femric Isles, which I also started forever ago. Just never got around to finishing. And actually, well, Big Chompy Bird Hunt was kind of one of those quests that just kind of silly to me. I mean, it's kind of not particularly fun. I don't even remember why I started. I believe it's actually a requirement for Lunar Diplomacy, or it's some requirement to start a quest, to start a quest, to start another quest, so I can start a quest I actually want to do. Which I don't know. Arguably, RuneScape is that type of game where it's kind of like to get to where you want to be. Sometimes it's like they deliberately have not filler, but time wasting almost. Time wasting to get to what you want to get to, and it expands the life of the game, which I'm okay with that for the most part, as long as it's not too bad. But yeah, the Femric Isles, though, that was fun. Not as fun as the Femric Trials, but the Femric Isles are pretty good. And I got that Nusa something helmet. It used to be like the best melee helmet. Like, I saw everyone used to wear it. But yeah, that was a fun quest, and that's done now. So I got those two quests done. And right now, in case you are unaware of where we are, we're in the Runespan, which is, I'm not exactly, this came out actually not that long ago, and from what I can tell, if you check out my runecrafting level, I'm 70 now, and I think last time when I was doing runecrafting, I was like 64, so I've only been doing Runespan the last like 3 days, and Runespan is awesome. It's really awesome, because getting up runecrafting levels before was really difficult. I remember back in the day when they did like law running and nature running. I don't know how many people from back then are where you would, you'd go to the altars in a specific world. I think it was 64 or 65, might have been 66. And there'd be people wearing certain robes, and they would type open, and you would trade them, and they would trade you essence. You would essence noted. You would trade them non-essence noted, and they would also trade you runes. And then they go back and craft, and you'd come back and do it again. Like, that was a really cool RuneScape community thing. Like, that wasn't part of the game at all. You know what I mean? Like, people made that. Like, that was something they made in game. So that was one of the things I used to love about RuneScape. But now it's like we're like out of, like, that was like the Wild West times, and now we're kind of like at a more civilized and more setup time where you don't even need to do that. I think there's something with assisting is the way you do that now. It's sort of similar, like someone gets XP and they get the runes, but you get the XP. It's something like that. I'm not totally sure, but coming back to my thoughts on Runespan, Runespan is awesome. I really like how the wizard tower has become so cool. Like, it used to be that old rickety tower, now it's like this crazy tower with like the rune crafting guild and Great Orv project, which was never that great, but it was like the first way to actually train rune crafting legit. And it was pretty good, but it was sometimes one-sided. Like, a team would get to two-sided, and that was the real problem with the Great Orb Project. The only thing Great Orb Project is good for, in my opinion, is like the rewards for the teleports, like the teleport tablets to teleport right to the altars. That is awesome. But other than that, Great Orb Project isn't that good. But Runespan is where it's at. I have to say my favorite thing about Runespan is got to be it's an AFK minigame, and by that I mean. You can see, like, right here, I click this and I'm just gaining. Like, this is a lot of XP for rune crafting, to be gaining like this much XP at a time. And in an hour, like, you can easily get a level up. I mean, it's crazy, especially if you're hopping around to different floors and stuff. The chaotic clouds definitely do more, and then there's like the nebulas and the shifters, I think is what they are, the green blobs. And there's just a lot you can do. Sometimes there's the wizard in here who needs your help, and you can find him, give him a certain type of rune, and he'll give you like 2,000 XP right on the spot. I mean, this is awesome. It's a really chill mini game. Like, you have no chance of dying here. You can't be killed here. It's a non-combat thing, and it's just a matter of just point and click. And like right now, if I wasn't doing a video, I would switch off to watch a video or watch a movie or something, or go do something else while this XP is being gained in the background. It's awesome. I mean, it's great. I've gone up crazy amount of rune crafting levels. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. If I get to 75, I think I can use the bigger pouch, and that would be great. But yeah, the Runespan is cool. I mean, on its own, it looks awesome. There are 3 different levels of floors, and they get increasingly harder. I don't know all the rules to this. I didn't like look up a thing. Everything I've learned about this, I've learned just from I came into this room. I'm like, what do I do here? And I just started walking around clicking stuff. And that's how I always like to learn stuff. That's how it used to be. Like, there never used to be a guide on how to do things in RuneScape. But well, semi, but you know what I mean, like no official guide. But Yeah, if you haven't been to Runespan or you just kind of saw it, it's awesome. Like this is a really good way to get rune crafting. Yes, you don't get to keep these runes, but all the runes you get turned into points, and the points get you additional stuff. I actually don't want to leave because I want to keep getting up points here. But when you leave, there's a shop outside. I guess there's a couple staffs and like titles. I haven't really looked into those much, but the Wicked Hood and the Wicked Robe set, those are awesome. Like those are what the rune crafting robe should have been. Like if you guys remember, or if you've been to the Great Orb Project, like they have rune crafting robes. They don't do anything for rune crafting. They're just kind of a show thing. But the Wicked stuff really should be called the rune crafting robes because they actually give you a bonus. The Wicked Hood you can actually get from a dude in a birth rope. You can look that up. He gives it to you for free, so you don't have to pay for it here. And the Wicked Hood is crazy. It acts. I fed my Wicked Hood, which sounds weird. I fed it an Omni Tiara, so it can do all the altars now. But it's awesome. It counts as a tiara, so you can enter any of the places automatically. And I wish I had Omni to show you. It gives you 3 options every day. You can pull a certain amount of rune essence out of it, which sounds kind of weird, and you think like, well, I get free rune essence, that's great, but it's better than great because what you can do is run to an altar, craft the rune essence you have in your inventory, empty your pouches if you have pouches, and then pull even more out of the hood. So it's awesome. Every once a day I get like a 120 out of it now. When it starts, it's 100 normal essence, but as you collect the other pieces of the Wicked set, it powers up the Wicked Hood, and that's just like that's a great idea. That's the kind of stuff you usually don't see. Oh, so here you go. The wizard calling for help. We'll see if we can find him in a second. But that's an awesome idea. So you got an item that's made for rune crafting. You can pull essence out of it on the spot. It lets you into the temple, so you don't need a tiara or a talisman. Most people would use a tiara, though. You can pull runes out of it per day. So if you want, like I've been picking blood runes just because they're the hardest to get and they're still fairly expensive. You can get up to, from right now, I can get like 10 blood runes out of it a day, free, and it gives you 2 free teleports to any of the temples. So that's awesome. I mean, that's great. That's exactly what a rune crafting item like that should be. It should be helping you do rune crafting. And then it's just ingenious that the other items, I'm like, well, why would I want these? And the other items, the cape, the top, and the bottom, actually increase the hood, giving you instead of 100 essence, 120, and then it's pure essence, and then like 150. I think it actually goes to 200 if you have the full set on. I think it actually might give you more teleports. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating, but I imagine it just keeps giving you more, like more essence, more teleports a day, more runes a day. That's great. That's awesome. So even while I'm here, which I normally don't need to focus on too much, it's a pretty chill, laid back place. There's a couple different ways to do it. We'll look for that wizard right now. I get XP like crazy. Like it's insane. Like even when we started this video, I was at 20. Like you would never get that much. Like even if you were running, the best type of runes to craft, like depths, whatever natures, whatever gives you the most XP. Even if you were doing it the fastest way possible, you still wouldn't be getting this much XP. And on top of that, everything I'm getting here eventually gets turned into points, which I can pay to actually help me go out and then runecraft. It's awesome. I don't like I said, I don't know what the staves and the titles do, but the wicked robes on their own are awesome. It's a great reward, and it's not too bad either. Like I got 2,000 points after being in here. Maybe I'm gonna say 4 hours. 4 hours of like AFK doing it. Like if you were really focusing on this, you could probably get even more. But it's awesome. It's really cool. I think this whole idea is great. I love Runespan. Runespan is a really good addition, really nice, and I know non-members could do it too. I don't think they can come up here, but it's great. It's a great way to do rune crafting, which was a skill that really was kind of tough to do, really kind of tough to get up, and only profitable when you were getting like law runes, double cosmics, or double natures. I don't even know if like chaos runes aren't profitable anymore, probably, and maybe death runes are. You got to do Morning's End Part 1 and 2, which I actually need to do. Those are probably going to be some of the next quests I actually do. I don't think Morning's End Part 1 is hard, but I think Morning's End Part 2 is like a lengthy quest. But either way, I mean, I just had a lot to say about Runespan, obviously. So if you guys like do rune crafting at all, do magic, do any kind of rune crafting, like this is the place to be. Runespan is the place to come. It's great. It's awesome, and it's like I said, AFK. It's not even semi-AFK, it's really just full AFK. You don't need to focus on this too much. In the beginning, you got to get set up, get some runes, because you actually need the runes to move to the different islands here. And you want to move to different islands to, one, search for the wizard, which was something we were going to do. And get other runes to get to, mostly to get to these are your goals, like cyclones. I think the best thing on this floor is shifters. The next floor up, you need higher rune crafting. but they just give you massive amount of XP. So here we go. If we want to talk to this wizard, and we can ask him to help me find the wizard, and it literally points you in the direction. As long as you have, if you have like at least a couple of each rune, then you'll have no trouble going to different platforms. And there's like one of the that goes down to the lower floor. And I think there's also been the rune sphere, which I've seen probably, like here it'll sometimes say the rune sphere is active on a certain floor. And I'm not entirely sure what that means. I think it's like a big piece that you can chip off and get a lot of XP for, but I haven't found it. Like, I've looked around for it, but I didn't see it. That's something I'm not totally sure on. Like I said, this isn't a guide, this is just me praising. And like, I came in here, 3 days ago and just started messing around. I'm like, this is awesome. So I just wanted to say that, and I know I didn't show off my stats until way late in this video, but I did actually, obviously runecrafting's gone up exponentially? I don't think that's how that's pronounced. So here you got the nebula, the shifter one is even better. Here we go, right there. Speak of the devil. The shifter is probably the best one here, and then there's like there's jumpers upstairs. I think there's bloody skulls. They give you a lot, and you can just sit on them for a while, and it just keeps gaining you XP and runes, so it's awesome. So here we go, best rune. And then he says he needs astral runes, which I have. I like to get stuck on all the runes. They got some astral runes. Hand him over. Bam. Like almost 2k XP, just like that. You know what I mean? That's great, and that happens every so often. And then we just click the shifter, and goes away. See, 87, 2. You get a 2 in there. You get a 2. But then once in a while you get 87, 87, 87. Like that's a lot of XP adding up real quick for rune crafting. So in no time at all, you can get rune crafting. And then you get the robes with the points you've gotten in here, and all of a sudden, like, in a matter of time, you can craft, cosmic runes or nature runes. You can hold, like, 4 of the pouches. They even sell a really big pouch here, which I think needs 90 rune crafting, but that's awesome. Then you get the wicked stuff, which gets you right to the temples, helps you out. It's really good. I really love it because rune crafting is one of my more favorite skills, mostly because, like, magic is my favorite skill, and obviously rune crafting is the bread and butter to magic. Like, you know what I mean? It's the fork and the knife, the salt and pepper. Yeah, that that sounds good. Rune crafting is to magic what smithing is to mining. You know what I mean? They go hand in hand. Fire making to wood cutting. They just go hand in hand. Fire making to cooking, I suppose. Well, not necessarily. Fire making to wood cutting. They just go hand in hand. You get the point I'm making. And yeah, the Runespan is great. So if you haven't been here before, definitely it's if you're just looking for something like I want to do something chill. I don't want to do something too not stressful is not the word, but you know what I mean, like something you got to focus on. Like this is just AFK. Here, click on this again. Go watch a video. Go make a sandwich. Just lay back, chill. It's getting XP for you, end points, XP, end points. I mean, it's awesome. So now that I've had my tangent on how good the Runespan is. That's pretty much. I think I got my wood cutting up a little bit. I don't think anything else went up. I mean, obviously I could tell when I compare the stats, but just giving a look, I don't think anything else went up. I do want to, like I said, I got a couple quests I want to do. I'd like to get my agility up. I want to get my mining, since I have the bonus XP, up to 70, which would be sweet because then I can mine adamant, which is awesome. My prayer is bonus 2, and I want to get some bones for that. I might go kill some dragons just to bury their bones. And I guess this is Constitution now, which is weird. My health is getting up there, but yeah, other than that, I think I need 55 for some. Oh, I need to get my crafting up too. Yeah, my crafting needs to be, I think 55. It might need to even be 60 for lure and diplomacy, so that's something I got to work on. Crafting's never really been my skill, but I think you can make the imp hide stuff in the spider silk robes with that now, so I want a couple of those because those seem pretty inexpensive to make and decent mage stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. I really wanted to get back to farming. I did a little bit in my house and construction, which I don't think I've even ever shown off, but my house is nothing special to speak of. And I really wanted to start summoning, but we'll see if that happens. Because I'm more than halfway through my membership now, and like I said, I'm not going to be re-continuing it right away. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the Runespan. Runespan is awesome. Stats are all the same. I haven't made... I've gotten back up to money after losing my 10 mil. I've gotten... much more back up. I've bought a couple things. I've sold a couple things. Overall, it's been going pretty good. I haven't done much with Magic, so it hasn't moved much, but I'm confident I'll get to 92 before I'm done with my membership, and then after that, I can still just keep alching. That's not a problem. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now on the Rune Spear in this update, just to go over the few skills that change, mostly the rune crafting. It's still blowing my mind how great this is, but that's going to be it for me for now. So until next time, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. So I thought I'd just throw this in here real quick at the end. This was a little while after I finished the video, but I did actually find a rune sphere. So basically, now that I understand how it works, the rune sphere can appear anywhere on any floor, and it's pretty tricky to find because as you can see right there, it's rather small. And the way it works is it starts out at the top rune, which I think is soul runes, and it works its way down through the level of rune crafting, and you need runes and essence to gain from it. You gain experience, and then it sort of like breaks the shell, so to speak, and works its way down till eventually it's at air, and then after air it turns into this. And this is where you turn in the crushed rune essence you've been gaining from it the whole time, from whenever you found it. The sooner you find it, the more you'll get. And you need a lot of runes to do this, so it's kind of cool the way it works. And when you turn it in, you get a massive amount of experience, so it's kind of worth going to hunt for. If you get too bored at this, it's a really good idea, but it just gives you a ton of XP, and that's basically how the rune sphere works. So now that I understand how it works, it's pretty cool, and just in case you guys didn't know, now you know. So that's all I wanted to add, so until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.